Hey there Pokemon fans, Farger101 here with a Pokemon Sun and Moon update for you. So we had a load of new info drop recently on Pokemon Sun and Moon. We had the second trailer, we had 2 new Pokemon leaked by Korokora, and then on Saturday just gone we had the Zygarde form footage leak from the Taiwan regionals, I believe it was, which then got put out via an official trailer shortly after it got leaked. We're not going to waste any time guys, there's quite a lot of info to go through. If you're hyped for this video though, please go social and love to that like button down below. And any theories or anything you want to throw in the comment section, or any thoughts you've got on any of the footage in this video, please leave down there and I'll try and reply to everyone that we get back to. So without wasting any more time, we're going to jump straight in and we're going to talk about our new Sun Legendary, Solgaleo. Out of the two, definitely my favourite design. I love the fact that it's a giant lion. He looks really, really cool. Seeing Leo in the title was really pleasing for myself personally, due to the fact that we did the theory video on this potentially being named after the Nemo lion, or based on the Nemo lion from Greek mythology, which actually is based, which then becomes a constellation of Leo. So to see that in there is quite cool. Also the typing kind of links into that. So we've got Psychic Steel type, which is a surprise because I think all of us were expecting a fire typing of some description. The Steel type actually again links into with that theory. I'll post a link for it in the description down below if you haven't already seen it. But the Nemo is actually impervious to all weapons, so the Steel typing ties in with that quite well, as does its new ability, Full Metal Body. So what Full Metal Body does is it doesn't allow stat drops on this Pokemon in any way, shape or form. So you can intimidate it, doesn't make a difference. You can burn it, you're not getting a speed drop, it's not getting an attack drop. You can power it, again, does not care. So it will still just wreck your face quite happily. It is looking quite cool. He is weak to fire, which is, you know, I suppose Pokemon logic, Sun Legendary weak to fire. But he is quite a cool one. We're going to jump into the next slide here. So this is just his main attack in action here. So this is called Sun Steel Strike. I'm guessing it's a Steel type move. You see it hit immense on the video. It doesn't hit for super effective damage, so I'm guessing it is a Steel type move. It does look really, really cool though. Definitely a physical move, as you see there. So it looks like he jumps up, charges this massive amount of sun around him, and then this huge jet of flame comes out, which he then rides straight down into Immense itself and one-shots it into next week. So super, super powerful and looking really, really cool. Next we're going to move on into Lunala. So we finally get a name for our Moon Legendary. We do get Psychic Ghost typing, so like the Sun Legendary, Lunala is actually ×4 weak to dark, which is a little bit strange because it's, you know, Moon is in space, which is dark, but there you go. Pokemon logic for you on both these legendaries. A lot of not making much sense, but interesting typing, similar as Hooper, which we've just had, so it's interesting to see them repeat the same typing again on something so soon, particularly legendary mythical wise. But Lunala also gets the ability Shadow Shield. So basically it's a bit like Multiscale. When at full health, this Pokemon will take half damage from all attacks. Obviously if you have to bring it in under Stealth Rock, that's going to make a difference. It's not going to get your ability triggered, but quite an interesting one, protecting it to be possibly a little bit more bulky, maybe a bulky special attack. We'll have to wait and see till we see it in a bit more action. Here we see its signature attack. Now they did show this a little bit off in the first trailer, but I just wanted to go over it now we've got a name. So it's called Moongeist Beam. Moongeist Beam definitely looks like some sort of ghost attack. You see one shot of Gengar and it does come up, but it hits for super effective damage against the Gengar. So yeah, definitely looking at it. Could be Psychic, I suppose, but my theory, particularly as it's got Geist, which is German for ghost in the title, we're definitely seeing the ghost type attack hitting here. But it does look really, really cool. And then we're going to go and look at our first full look at the region. So this is the first time we get to see the region. There's some really interesting points here that I just want to point out to you guys. So if you look in the centre, sort of top centre, you can see that little white man-made structure in the middle of the ocean. My belief, this is probably where we battle the Elite Four and possibly Pokemon headquarters. It does look like just around the top of there. It looks like there may be some sort of Pokemon stadium or something. You've also got quite a few little islands dotted around. A lot of sea, so I'm sure it's probably going to get marked down in reviews because of too much water. There's a couple of things that are really, really key though and quite interesting. So you can't see particularly well on this image. There are better ones out there, guys. This is just the best one I could pull at the time. So there is a small island on the top right, just of the image, just to the right hand side of the one island and between the cloud bank. That looks like that's quite interesting. It's got some lots like giant tree growing out the centre of it, so that's definitely an interesting one to keep an eye out for. Also in the clouds, so bottom left hand cloud, you can just see a shape. Actually looks not unlike Lugia. Now these guys were speculated that they may be in the game, and a lot of people type them in because of the name Sun and Moon as well, and these were originally Sun and Moon based around Sun and Moon, these two creatures. So It really does look like a Lugia in that bottom corner of that cloud bank. I hope you guys can see that bottom left. And then also on the top left cloud bank as well. It's not particularly as clear as the Lugia shape, but it does look like we may have Ho-Ho up there as well. There's like, you can see the tree there. If you follow what looks like a beam of light going up from that tree into the clouds, there's actually, looks like the shape of Ho-Ho up there. So could these Pokemon be making an appearance in the game? Quite possibly. We do see more than one island, which we did speculate in the original trailer video, because one island just didn't look anywhere near big enough to do a whole region. There's also speculation that due to the Zygarde information, which we'll go through later, that we may be going back to Kalos. It's not entirely impossible that this island chain is based just off the Kalos map that we don't see in the game. That'd be quite cool. I think all of us at some point would like to go back to Kalos and go through some of the unanswered questions that were left open in that region. My personal favourite one, Ghost Girl. I really want to see how that story pans out for those of you that were aware of that sort of creepypasta Easter egg that's in both X and Y, and also she reappears again in the Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire in the Pokemon Graveyard section, so quite an interesting one there. We move on to the next one, guys. So here, closer look at our two trainers. We also get a look finally for the first time officially in the UK of the start stream where you can select your own character faces. Does again hint quite graphically that we are probably getting some sort of customization in the game. Hopefully it's a bit like the Kalos one, changing colours on costumes, and that'd be quite cool, but really hoping we get a much more in-depth one than that. Also, the thing that's really interesting, we actually finally get a good look at these, I'm going to say Mega Bracelets, but I'm not 100% sure they are. They actually show the crystal in them from, if you guys can, I don't know if you're able to zoom in or not. If not, there's some really good clear images of these online, so go and check those out. The bracelet actually has the yellow crystal that we see in the Japanese logo art for Pokemon Sun and Moon. It does hint that this may not be a Mega Bracelet. Now, there's been lots of theories kicking around about this. This is fusion, which a lot of people don't want to see, myself included. I'm not a big fan of that. We'll have to see how it works out in game. The only thought I did have the other day, so Pokémon got released recently, which uses like a Synergy Energy Crystal. Now, on Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, it means those Pokemon can actually just Mega Evolve. They Mega Evolve into their new state, into their Mega form. Other Pokemon that can't Mega Evolve, so the likes of Machamp in the game, for instance, get a Synergy Energy boost. I'm wondering whether they're going to do something similar with these stones. So if the Pokemon is capable of Megaing, this will work the same as a Mega Stone, absolutely fine. But maybe you don't no longer need to have the Mega Stone as a hold item. That leads to quite a few interesting things. I'm not sure I want to face a choice band Mega Kangaskhan, but we'll see how it goes. However, if that is the case, then we could be getting at least one Pokemon in your party. If maybe you run a Mega and a Synergymon or something along those lines. The other thing, it does make a little bit more sense if they don't need to have the stone, because we're getting if we get more Megas, if Mega is still a thing in this one, the amount of Mega Stones you're going to have to hunt down and collect in the game will be getting more and more. So doing it where you don't know, where you no longer need to find the stone, it makes sense from a game point of view. And from a mechanic point of view, it still means we get to keep the Megas, which I personally love, and I would hate to see Mega Evolution go completely. But it'd be nice if we could get maybe a Synergy boost. So you've got an option of either doing Mega or Synergy boosted Pokemon. It's quite an interesting theory. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's my hope for it. I kind of don't want to see the whole Pokemon fusion thing going on. If that manga got cancelled for reasons, Game Freak, you know, it wasn't particularly great. A lot of people really didn't like the idea. We'll see how it goes competitively a bit later on when the games come out. Maybe we'll get some information at E3, which is not that far away now at Nintendo Treehouse, because they're going to be showing some gameplay footage of this off, so hopefully that'll be the case. Next, move on to our new professor, which is Professor Kooky. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. So we see the younger guy that we saw in the start of the Japanese trailer and in the UK trailer. This guy is our professor, not the guy that throws the Pokeballs out at the start. It does leak credence to my thoughts that the guy that throws Pokeballs out at the start is actually the champion of the islands, who's maybe gifting you with them. He's quite a cool looking professor. I still think he looks a little bit like Jewitz. Digging the goatee though, he's got a few abs there, so he's obviously a fit guy, works out, and his sunglasses. He seems quite cool. We look forward to seeing a little bit more personality. He reminds me a little bit of Professor Sycamore. In fact, we've gone with, again, a younger professor as opposed to some of the older ones to middle-aged guys that we've seen later in some of the other games, so that's quite interesting. And now we get a look at his assistant Lily. So Lily is quite an interesting character. I think she's going to be quite key to the games. She acts a little bit suspicious in the trailer and refers to the mysterious assistant. So whether she's got links with potentially the evil organisation in this one, or whether or not she's got maybe links to both legendaries, possibly. Again, speculation, guys. Let me know what you think down below. There's not really much information on Lily at the moment, but yeah, definitely going to be an interesting character. Can't wait to see how her story pans out and her part in it, so that should be pretty interesting. Next, we're going to jump into our shot of Hao. So Hao is our new rival, stroke friend in the game. So he's pretty cool. He seems very, very happy. He seems like one of those really, really happy chappy. I'm guessing he's probably going to be, so my voice is going, guessing he's going to be a little bit more like Serena, but we'll have to wait and see on how he pans out. And now came the big surprise of the trailer, Rotom Decks. So I've got mixed feelings about Rotom Decks, guys. I'll be really, really honest with you. It's a really, really cool idea. I like the idea of the fact that the Pokédex is now like a companion. I'm slightly worried it might overshadow the starters as terms of your sort of companion Pokemon for the game goes. I'm also slightly concerned you could quite easily turn into a Navi from Ocarina of Time, so I'm pretty sure most people have played it now, but if this thing's going hey, hey, listen for the whole game, I'm probably going to want to, you know, KO it or stick it in Pokemon Bank, but you're probably not going to be able to do that. There's some interesting features with Rotom Decks now. We now actually have a real-time map on the bottom screen which updates where you are, so you can set waypoints, very easy to follow to. You can set where you need to go next. You can also scan QR codes from friends, so if a friend of yours has caught, say, a Pikachu in one area and you don't know where it is, your friend can go into Rotom Decks, it brings up a QR code about Pokemon, you can scan it with your own Rotom Decks and it will then show up on your map where it is and the location so you can go and find it. So some really neat ideas coming through. I'm just really hoping he doesn't become too irritating. He does look pretty cool though, so maybe he'll be okay. We never know. So here we have the Korokoro leaks, guys. So this is the first one from the Korokoro leaks. This is our first Pokemon here, and I'm probably going to absolutely murder the name, but it's called Iwanko, and this may change for US or UK releases. It's just a direct translation of the Japanese name. It is a rock type. It gets potentially two abilities: Keen Eye, which stops accuracy drops, or Vital Spirits, which stops you from being put to sleep. Or it also increases the chances of encountering the higher level Pokemon in the wild. We don't know too much else about it. It does look super, super cute. It is the one that showed up just on, I think it was one of the bottom left-hand corner of the Korokoro trailer, and everyone went ballistic over it, so it makes sense that they've managed to get some more information out there. He is super, super cute. Can't wait to see what he evolves into. But then we move on to my personal favourite of a new Pokemon, and so I'm a little bit of a sucker for bears. I loved Pangoro in Gen 6, absolutely adored it. Just such a really cool design mon, but competitively turned out not to be particularly fantastic, unfortunately. However, right now, and I'm definitely going to butcher this name, we are getting, it is called, let me just work out how you say it, Nicola, I'm going to go with Nicola, because it's like a koala, or Niquala, there we go, that's it, Niquala. So Niquala is our second Pokemon we've revealed here, so again, quite a cool little guy. He's known as the Dreaming Pokemon. He gets a new ability for the game called Shore Sleeper. This ability, allows you the only status move you can get hit with is Sleep. So Power, Poison, or Burn isn't going to affect it. He's a normal type at the moment. I'm kind of hoping he goes normal fighting. That would be quite cool. To have a fighting type that can't be burned, that'd be really, really good. It's quite an interesting ability. We'll have to wait and see how he pans out. Can't wait to see what he evolves into. I'm really hoping you go normal fighting, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. And now, guys, we'll move on to Zygarde. So the Zygarde trailer actually kicks off with our first look at the 10% form. We've seen artwork before of it, which is the really cool little dog, almost Doberman looking dog, kind of reminds me of a Doberman Pinscher. It's really, really cool looking mon. We finally get it, but what's interesting with this trailer as it progresses is what this thing is capable of doing. So we see it go with its new move, signature move, which is called 1,000 Arrows. It absolutely destroys the Metagross it's out against, unfortunately. But there we go. But the key thing with this is, guys, when this thing gets hit and gets taken down into red energy, so you get this really wicked animation of all these cells appear and start going into it. And then it instantly evolves into the Zygarde complete form. So this thing is awesome. It looks not unlike a Transformer. It is huge. The scary thing is you've got it down into red energy, but once it hits this form, it gets all its health back. So if you focus sash for 10% form, oh my god, you got to kill it twice. This thing is going to be an absolute boss. Really, really, really is. A couple of top tips so far for Zygarde. Focus sash it. Zygarde also gets rest and sleep talk. So if that doesn't scare holy hell out of you guys, nothing will. This thing looks like it's going to be a pretty bulky hard hitter. So rest sleep talk set on this could be really, really clutch. Particularly with focus sash, because it means you are definitely going to be able to get to this 10% form. Really, really, really scary. We see its ability kick in, which is called Core Enforcer. Just going through some of the skills of it in action. So he jumps up in the air, does a massive charge and shoots this huge beam of energy, which hits this Garchomp and leaves a nice big Zorro type X on the floor for Zygarde, which is pretty cool to be fair. Just in case you had no idea what this Pokemon's name begins with, let the name it begins with. It begins with a Z. It's going to leave a mark all over the ground for you. Yeah, this thing is broken and quite scary. I'm not looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing it in use. I'm not looking forward to battling it. I think Focus Sash Rest Sleep Talk set on it is going to be absolutely clutch and will be horrendous to deal with. But we'll see. Maybe it'll have some really poor speed, so maybe we can play around with that. But we'll have to wait and see. That's it for this update video on Sun and Moon, guys. Thanks very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go and check out some of my other content, and if you enjoy this video or some of the other content on the channel and haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button for more Sun and Moon updates. Also guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you got through to the end, make sure and go and smash that like button down below, and remember, if I don't see you around, I'll see you on Battle Spot. Take care for now, bye.